Going live.
And we are live. Happy Sunday night, the end of a weekend.
Oh,
Sadly, it's been a good weekend
it has been.
here in Arkansas. We hope that you have had a good weekend as well where you are at. We've actually had some nice weather. It's warmed up to the 70s,
change.
and that has been really nice this weekend.
Hello, February.
That's right. Although it's going to get cold here in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, it won't last forever.
Yeah.
The weather's like a roller coaster.
We were excited to have it at least for a couple of days. We had baseball and football today and had fun. Absolutely. We're glad to be with you here tonight to have an hour together to enjoy in the islands, talking about cruising, talking about your plans, what you're going to do. Spring is almost here. Summer cruising will be here before we know it.
I mean, you're on a cruise ship today.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want to offend anybody, okay?
Oh, but those Razorbacks did do pretty good, eh?
Arkansas, and listen, if you live in Arkansas, you know you have to brag like
when you can,
which is
kind of
not
like the
often.
Cowboys fans, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and so Fireball Steve, he's here. He's here. If you follow college basketball at all, you know John Calipari, who was at Kentucky for so long, left and came to Arkansas. It was good for both ways, I think. Good for the school, good for John. In some way, somehow, I don't know how, he went into Lexington last night to Rupp Arena.
No.
And got the win on national TV. It was the game.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
How long is the show supposed to be tonight? How long is the show supposed to be tonight?
It is 1 hour.
Okay. Will you please show them the amount of beverages that you have brought up here for a 1 hour show?
Listen.
Just go ahead. Don't be ashamed. It's all right. You're just planning ahead. Okay.
It was Land Shark.
Okay. Yeah. That's one. Keep coming.
I'm sharing.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, you were thinking of me.
Yeah.
Okay. 2. 3. Okay. Next. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, the empty water.
No.
Yeah. I walk up here and I'm like, what in the world?
I grabbed a few.
I know you were thinking of me. You wanted to share.
There's not many times that we have time to really chill and even sometimes cook at home. And it warmed up, like I said, outside. We played outside all day. We cooked steak. Had steak on the grill.
Some nice steak, some fried taters.
That's right. And
with some beer.
And yeah, I had to have a drink while I was cooking. And we're up against the show, so I brought a few up here as well. Hope you're drinking your drink of choice, whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Cheers to you. And I'm using tonight. Someone asked about. They were like, "Will you share your glass?"
Norwegian?
I'm using Norwegian tonight. I'm using Norwegian.
Show the other side of it because it's got the
sugar cane mojito bar.
We liked that, and then these
using
are just
Norwegian.
The island time.
Just the island time. Cheers, everybody, to the next hour. And next week, we're going to say hello to some of you here in just a second. Get my whistle wet.
So you say.
I need to look up and see what that phrase exactly means.
I don't know. You might not want to know.
That's true. Sharon was the first one here, I think.
Sharon.
How about that? I hope that, Sharon, you're doing okay. Rick is here as well, Texas Cruiser. We'll talk about Texas cruising. This is February, and there's some big news coming for Texas cruising this month.
Big news, big ships?
2 weeks away. Rick knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Ooh.
We are waiting on the edge of our seats.
Oh, dun, dun, dun.
Sharon, hello. Richard as well. Jen, hope that you've had a good weekend. Tom, Mike. Yeah, Mike. Hey, Mike. Listen to this. Watching us from the Norwegian Star. There's no Norwegian. Hey, just left Argentina.
Oh, Argentina.
Headed to Antarctica.
Oh.
I have followed Mike's journey. They had some issues traveling, which it happens from time to time. Luckily, they planned their trip as they should have. Yep. They had a couple of days to get there. And I saw today Mike got on the ship.
Wow.
Yeah, going to Argentina.
Okay, Argentina, not that big of a surprise.
Going to Antarctica.
Antarctica, I'm like,
unbelievable. Mike,
would you cruise to Antarctica if you could?
Do I need to walk there or swim
there?
Well,
I had to basically just book the Alaska trip. So,
Mike, I hope you guys have a great cruise. Please share some pictures along the way. We would love to see
share
that.
Some pictures.
Most definitely. Grant is here. Grant, I hope you're doing well. Hope Sally is doing well. Haven't seen you guys in a while. But hope that you guys are doing well. Cold Moose is here and Amber as well.
Cold Moose.
Yep. And Z is here. Z is home.
Yeah,
which
I was
is
going to say, I hope Z's at home.
Hope he is at home.
Yep.
Matt and Kim are here. Matt and Kim are going with us in July, and thank goodness we've about got that figured out. Transferring some future cruise credit.
Okay, yeah. So that was the first for us. We bought the future cruise credit with Norwegian.
Which is a great deal.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, yeah, you can just transfer it to whoever you want.
Takes one day.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, been a problem.
That's not the way it
was
goes.
Not a problem for us to personally use it. Like, it was really easy.
So easy.
But the transfer process, I think part of it's probably us. We have to figure out a little bit of how to do it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. You want to play Norwegian.
We're almost there, though. Amber, it's great to see you. Fireball Steve as well. I see you. Chris is here as well. Julie is here. Usnavi is here. Jen, 40 days until the Firenze.
Ooh.
I love the Firenze. You've got to get on the Firenze.
Oh, I would love to.
Long Beach.
He left me behind on that one.
Beach. We're going to share some news about another cruise. I saw Mike or Michelle, maybe both, said, I think you guys have a problem. But we do. In 3 minutes, we will share yet another cruise we have booked for 2025. And I'll say this. It may be the cruise that I'm most excited about.
Not me.
We will have that discussion because it is for me. Will G, who just got off a ship as well. Good evening. Hope that you're doing well, home and getting rested as well. Big Bob, good evening. Yes, 6 days until the Icon of the Seas.
Big Bob.
Second time. I am jealous. I like the Icon, and that is controversial.
It's a good thing that he's going for the second time because you cannot see it all in one cruise.
Even in a week. But the Icon, how controversial is it?
I mean, I think the people that mouth it are the ones that see the price and they're like, oh, I can't afford that.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's because they can't afford it. But there's people, some of our clients reach out to us and we go through the whole scoping process, right? They want to go on a cruise. I want to price a cruise. I want quotes from 3 different cruise lines. And here's what I'm looking for. And some people, we include the Icon and they're like, I'd love to go, but I can't. And some people are like, how dare you?
Shock.
How dare you quote the Icon? It is amazing.
Oh, it's an amazing ship.
It's amazing.
I'm telling you, the people that are mad at it are just jealous they can't go on
That's right. Michael says 31 days until the breeze. You'll have a blast on the breeze. We have been on her so many times, and we love her. We do. The good weather. Rick
Patrick
says in Galveston, Monty is here. Monty and Courtney, hello.
Listen, Patrick and Amber's name go together. P and A. Know what it spells?
No.
Panda.
There you go.
Fun fact for you.
Patrick, hello. Hope you're doing well. $47,000 for getting the flu, big guy says. What a story that was.
No.
And I was serious. Amanda and I, Amanda was on the show Friday.
I would have to be pretty bad for you to take me to the medical place, though.
I would, but
so that guy had to be pretty bad.
I would have gone willingly once security showed up, but I would have stayed on that ship and argue the bill. It's not even a bill; it's a charge, right? If you give me a bill, that's one thing. We'll talk about the bill. If you charge, then it's already on my bill, and I would have stayed there until they said, "Sir, you need to leave the ship."
Oh, it would have cost you extra money because I would have had to bail you out.
Wouldn't have cost any problem. Once they said, "Sir, you need to leave," I would have left.
Oh yeah, just so peacefully. No,
I would have.
Oh, dear.
Linda, hello. Dwayne as well. Thanks, guys, for booking my cruise next month. Absolutely. We're in the middle of wave season.
Oh, yeah. It's been a wave.
And it has been busy. There's so many of you who either have booked a cruise that's coming up. One of them, I see Kevin Howard here, his April cruise on the World America. And some of you are going through that process. You want 4 or 5 quotes. You want to see the itinerary, the ship, which is fine. I love following those journeys of saying, okay, here's your options.
I know, but I get a little jealous sometimes. I pulled like 5 quotes for somebody and I was like, ooh, this one looks good. Oh, what about this one? What about this one?
Amanda and I'd be like, okay, we'd set the 5 options. What do you think they're going to choose? And a lot of times we disagree. I think it's because it's like, what would we personally choose?
Well, duh, yeah.
But it is so much fun to follow. You guys are booking a lot of cruises, honestly, and new ships continue to come out. But wave season has been strong. We hear that from senior leadership of every cruise line and all the earnings. But really, I think Carnival said it best, 72 or 74, I forget the number, % of their availability for 2025 is booked. So
that
3/4.
Is insane.
3 out of 4 cabins for the entire year are booked.
That's insane.
It's crazy. It is. Let's I know we're way behind on comments. We're going to keep on commenting, keep asking questions. If you have a question, put it in all caps. Someone else may answer that question before we do. That is okay. If you have a shout out, something like that, if it's your first time here, let us know that as well. We're going to share with you our newest cruise that we just booked. And
because really, we only had 9 cruises this year booked. And we were like, that just doesn't sound right, does it? We need a good even number, don't we?
Yeah. 10 is what it's going to be. And hopefully, hard to say hopefully it's it, but our schedule is like
deposit has been paid.
With baseball, with everything else, our schedule is really tight. Here is our cruise, and we'll start from the beginning of the trip. Our June is going to be insanely busy. You'll want to follow us in the last part of May and June. We'll tell you about that later in the show. And then this part of the year, you'll want to follow us as well, because we have booked a cruise for November. And if you follow us close, you're probably thinking you already have 2 cruises booked for November. What are you doing?
Yep. So November.
November 9th.
First week in November, we're just going to enjoy the weather here in Arkansas. And then
Sarah,
the last
I do
3
need some
weeks,
of that salt on the beer. I agree with that.
Oh, Sarah probably carries some in her purse.
She does.
I know she does.
November 9th, MSC, Seascape.
That's the group cruise.
That's already been announced, right?
First MSC sailing out of Galveston. So we're excited about that one. We've got 120 cabins booked.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
Yeah. We got that one. The next one that we've already had, and several of you are already going on this trip with us, is the Carnival Vista.
Yeah.
November the 21st is Embarkation Day, which happens to be my birthday.
Oh.
Embarkation Day.
It's going to be 27, y'all.
8 days going, 27, add some of that. 8 days going east. It is the Thanksgiving cruise. Again, so many of you are already booked with us. But we get off the ship on the 29th. After Thanksgiving week, we have to fly there. The kids are going with us for Thanksgiving. Yep. We've got to fly. And I told Amanda, it's been several days, but I said, Amanda, the airfare is going to be a good $1,500. We might as well make it worth it to go.
I'm hearing him out. Okay, I'm hearing him out.
I thought she was going to shoot me down.
What do you think?
I said, we go to Port Canaveral. We get on the Vista, 8 days. And it's like St. Thomas, St. Martin, an awesome itinerary.
Great itinerary.
We get back the 29th. What if? Please. Actually, I'm thinking please.
No, all 3 of the boys came into the bedroom and were like, hey, we have an idea. And I'm thinking, this ain't going to be good.
Will G, that's crazy, 68 days.
And then they present me with.
I said, we'll get off the Vista the 29th. And November the 30th, why don't we get on Royal Caribbean's Star of the Seas for a week?
And they had the kids sell free.
Which they actually did.
They did, but like it's still a pretty penny.
She agreed. She agreed. So our November, I guess now, first part of December.
The recap here
is going to be
MSC, Seascape.
November 9th.
Then
Vista, November 21st.
Then
the Star of the Seas, November the 30th through December the 4th, 7 days. Going to St. Martin. It's going.
Oh, it'll be
perfect
a nice
day.
Yeah.
We'll talk about perfect day here in a second.
Brand new ship. I mean, like, come on.
It is. We needed to get on there anyway, and we will probably be on there in August for travel agent and media selling. We'll see. They haven't sent invites for that stuff yet, but we will be on there for sure. November the 30th. So a side by side, but we have a day in between, which we're excited about as well.
Yep.
It will be a very busy month, but we will be on board the Star of the Seas. We have booked. Listen to this. This is what I did. Tell me if you would do this.
Oh, dear.
I booked. I don't know if
I know this.
I was going to say,
I'm like, what are you about to say?
I don't think I told her. You said yes, and I haven't told you what I booked.
Oh, gosh.
Kids, they sell free. It was $2,700 for 4 people, which you're probably thinking.
It's pricey.
No, $2,700 for 4 people. In the
I thought it was 37.
I think it was 27.
I think it was 37, y'all.
Either way, Royal Caribbean is a crazy good deal. And so I booked a neighborhood balcony guarantee. We do not have
it was only like $300 more than the interior.
Yeah.
So it was like, we're going to go ahead and get
it was cheaper than an ocean view. It was cheaper, of course, than an ocean view balcony.
Their pricing is crazy sometimes. Sometimes you can find a balcony for cheaper than an interior.
Yeah. So we'll have a Central Park balcony. We may have a Surfside balcony overlooking the Surfside neighborhood.
Wherever they put us, we don't care.
We're not going to be in there. But the boys are so excited because they know about the Icon. They know what's
so
included.
It's basically going to be
a sister ship.
Icon.
It's a sister ship.
Just a different name.
Yes. And so they've seen
they've
seen the commercials. We've shown them pictures because we've been on the Icon. And so when I told Beckett and Jax, I was like, let's go ask Mom about this. They were thrilled.
Oh, you should have seen them. They all came in.
Yeah. Tisdale, good to see you here. Is your November group cruise sold out, Cheryl? It is not.
Email us.
The cheap prices.
Oh, I just
knock on wood.
Yeah. Someone just asked me about no, it was an interior Fantastica, so you could just select where you are. And it was like $1,200.
Yeah, it's 11
for two.
$1,170 or something.
It's crazy good prices.
Low prices still remain.
$1,800 for a balcony, I think, for two. Like it's crazy.
If you get a Bella, I think it's like between $1,400 and $1,500.
Oh yeah, if you get the guaranteed, it's really cheap.
Yes, but there's still room available. So a busy November, and I will admit, I think I'm most excited when I look at all the cruises, and there's a bunch of them. All right,
you tell which one out of all the cruises that we have booked, which one are you most excited about for 2025?
There's two that are very close.
I know which one mine is.
The Norwegian Aqua is close, but, and this is a big but.
Big booty Judy.
It is. I'm excited about the Star of the Seas because of the boys.
Oh dear.
And
tug on the heartstrings.
I know, but we've been on the Icon and we were like, I wish the kids were here.
And we've looked at pricing so many times for the Icon.
I'm not spending $10,000
because the kids would love it.
I'm not spending $10,000.
We're like, no, can't do it.
But and we were on the Icon less than a week, and we tried to do everything. And there's a ship tour out there. I think it's got almost 100,000 views. It's done really well.
Okay.
But I wanted more, and then being able, knowing what's there, what's offered, and what the boys can enjoy.
Oh, it's amazing. You look at those videos of like the fly over the back of the ship. It's like the best aft I have ever seen.
There you go. So I honestly think the Star of the Seas is the cruise that I'm most excited about. And it could be too. And let me say this too. And maybe I'm most excited about it because it's the most recent one that we've booked. Okay. So that may be it too. But I'll let you share what you think.
Is the Norwegian Aqua. And that's because we are going to get that spa package. And if you have not seen the Norwegian Aqua spa, you have to YouTube that.
It is.
It's unreal.
Remarkable. Like legit 15,000, 20,000 square
feet. Like it puts a Carnival cruise ship spa to like shame. Because it's like a quarter. The Carnival's like a quarter of the size. It's ridiculous. Nothing. So I'm really excited about that one. We're also not taking the kids on that one.
In July 5th.
But if I count the cruise that I'm most excited about with the family, I would say the Star of the Seas.
Yeah.
So family cruise, Star of the Seas, just me and you.
Yeah.
Norwegian Aqua.
I think so.
Okay.
I do want to catch up a little bit on comments before we get into the next part of the show. Norma had a great weekend. Norma and Mike booked another cruise on the Carnival Breeze.
They did.
They got a new grandbaby as well. A big weekend for Norma and Mike.
7th grandbaby, I believe.
Great
7th.
And I think it's 11.
You're gonna have to comment.
I think it's 11.
Norma,
great.
Comment. I think 11. It's 7.
Jubilee March the 1st. Patrick, that's a good time. It's right before spring break season begins, which I will remind you, every year people are surprised. March and April is spring break season. Some people book. They don't realize it's spring break, and they don't have the best experience because of kids. So a great call out. March 1st is a great time. Spring break has not started yet.
That's true.
But for instance, we're on the Jubilee March the 22nd. We know it's spring break. That's why we're going, because
we're taking our kids.
Amanda's out of school. So it's a great call out because we are almost there. Yeah. And I see it every year on social media and all those Facebook groups.
Like, come on, be more aware, people.
Yeah, I went the last week of March and there was 1,000 kids.
Listen, these people need to get themselves a good travel agent.
We will book it for you, but I will warn you up front.
Yeah,
you're going to have kids.
Spring break for Texas. That's right. That's spring break for Louisiana.
That's right. Bobby, it's great to see you here tonight and your family. I know we've talked all week and all weekend. Bobby and his family booked on our Alaska group cruise for 2026.
You better go ahead and inform people of the 2026 group cruise.
May the 24th, the Star Princess.
Yeah, not the Star of the Seas.
Star Princess, which is another new ship. They didn't plan. Cruise lines don't talk to each other about that stuff.
I mean, I feel like that was pretty big.
They should have. Well, it's like
Star Princess.
The odds of it happening are so low, but it did happen.
They were shooting for the stars.
Princess will have a new ship called the Star Princess. Royal will have a new ship called the Star of the Seas. And everybody will be happy because both ships. We've been on, how crazy is that? We have been on both sister ships. We've been on the Sun. We've been on the Icon.
You got a thing for sisters?
They're both great. They're both great ships. But yeah, May 24th of next year, going to Alaska.
Yeah.
Which will be fun.
Now, listen, he was kind of a hard sell on Alaska. So all of y'all can back me on this. He's going to love Alaska, but he was a hard sell. He was like, every time I would bring it up, he's like, no, let's not do that. No, let's not do that. And for him to say no to a cruise.
Let's go to the Caribbean.
So we're going to have to really sell him pretty hard on this Alaska cruise, right. Mike and Amber. Y'all better get us some good stuff.
Timothy says, I'm jealous. I can go on 2 cruises a year, which is great. We have been very blessed to be able to travel. Now, I will tell you, we don't share this often, but we are pretty minimal when it comes to like everyday living. True. Like if you go in my closet, you go in Amanda's closet, there's not a whole wardrobe. When you look at my shoes, I have like 3 pair of shoes, and one's my nice Sunday pair I wore today, one's tennis shoes, and one's my baseball field shoes.
Well, I tell people, everyone spends their money on different things. Some people spend it on stuff, some spend it on
bags,
cars, bags, whatever. We spend our money on travel.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's pretty much where everything goes.
We are paying for every one of these cruises.
That is true. As a travel agent, you go on free cruises all the time. No.
I wish. We're paying for every one of them.
Yeah.
But we do take advantage of kids sell free, or like for Alaska next year, the 3rd and 4th guest, it doesn't even have to be kids. Right now they sell free.
That's true.
And so we try to take advantage of those offers most definitely. We use gift cards to get points. We have used what used to be Uplift. It's now FlexPay. So we're right in the same boat as all of you. We are.
It's called a ship.
Glad to be catching the live show. Yes, Patty, I'm glad that you're here.
Hey,
Need to find a funny picture of Derek for a birthday shirt. I'm sure there's plenty of those.
Oh, dear. That one of Mike, though.
That was great.
About did me in.
Was great. Kurt, I'm glad you're here. Your first time here. Call out for Kurt. Appreciate you so much. Timothy, and Ustavi, Amber, I have the exact one. Yep. Timothy, Mariner in April, Liberty in October, Celebration April 2026, Sunshine in 26. That's pretty cool. You've got a full schedule.
Gonna be busy.
Yep, absolutely.
Patrick did say it is called Island Time. We do have to be in the islands. That's part of the show.
Jen's going spring break, and I know Jen emailed last night or today as well. We've been outside all day. A spring break on the Friends A315. Jolie, good evening, everyone. Jolie, it's good to see you. I think Jolie, I think she's going to book for New Year's.
She better.
She's going to book for New Year's.
How am I going to bring in a new year without Jolie?
Norm, I wish you would have put that in all caps. Derek is right. It is number 11. The 11th great
I had 7 on the
How
mind.
many blessing is that? Start of the season is supposed to be slightly different than Icon, but there are more teens and young adults. There was certainly on our trip, for sure. Yeah. I wanted to share too, and we got a few more comments here to look at. Amber is a newbie to Alaska. Yes. Sharon, I'm getting another calendar to write all my blog group cruises because I watch maybe 20 different ones.
There you go.
It is. Cruising is booming, and it's great to see too. Tony with La Liga Loco is one of our great friends, and I know for a little while him and Jenny stopped their group cruises.
Are they picking them back up?
Well, and he shared why. I mean,
they're a lot of work. I mean, it's crazy busy.
It's a lot to meet expectations and deliver, but they are. I'm so thankful they have 2 coming up, and I'm glad they're doing that because they do a really good job at it. It really is.
Yeah.
Here's a question from Chris. Any plans to take the kiddos on any of these new Disney ships, like the brand new Treasure or Adventure? Disney is growing. And Chris, I think it's something we could do down the road. And
our kids we have 2 boys. They're both really into like sports, that kind of thing. They're not really into Disney. Haven't seen very many Disney movies. So
I could see us maybe, especially partnering it with another cruise.
I could see that.
Going on one cruise and then going on a shorter, probably Disney cruise.
We probably need to do it just for the experience ourselves, but not any plans.
Yeah. Honestly, and I'll say this is part of how I grew up. Single mom, I had no money. I didn't know I still really haven't seen a lot of the Disney movies. The Toy Story series I have, Lion King, but people make references, and Amanda's one of those that makes references to Disney movies or princesses and I have no clue what she's talking about. And our boys, we have Disney Plus even, but they're
not into it.
Like Beckett's playing Madden on the TV right now,
Yeah.
So they might get into it, but we'll probably go on a Disney cruise down the road, but it won't be this year or probably next.
Well, the boys like the rides and stuff, so we could probably see ourselves going to Disney World more than a Disney cruise.
That's right. David, hello. I see that Steve and Linda Miller also joined as well. Yeah, absolutely. My wife was a hard sell for Alaska. Big guy said that she loved it. Those Disney ships are beautiful. Here. Yes. Yeah. Let's work on working on Nick. Yeah, we'd love to see Nick back out there with Jolie. It'd be so much fun.
Okay. I mean, although Brenda was a good time, Nick. So just saying.
Yeah. And I'm telling you this, we went to the spa on the Jubilee with a spa package, and we probably got our money's worth.
Yeah.
Listen, Jolie. And
she lived down there?
Oh, they got their money's worth for sure. They did. They did. I do want to share. Oh, yes. Beckett is excited. He got a new shirt. Beckett's birthday was yesterday, and he got a new shirt from my brother that he's wearing. He's like, I'm wearing that to school tomorrow.
Yep.
He will probably wear Kansas City gear all week to school. And some of his friends are fans too, so they probably will. One video that we're working on, I wanted to share this with you that we're going to have out probably in the next week, maybe 10 days. We're going, with all these cruises we have, we're going to rank the cruises based on the level of anticipation. And so it's going to be interesting because we're going to have a number one, and I told you my number one. But we're also, we're also going to have a number 10. And there will be people, you guys are like the Island Time, like faithful. There will be some who don't watch everything, and they'll be like, you are spoiled, and you put your nose up in the air. Your complaint, you rank that at number 10, and that would be someone's number one.
I don't remember telling you I was going to rank anything. We'll see.
I think it'd be fun to rank.
He wants to do 4 cruises in 4 months and talk about the 4 different cruise
lines.
We'll
do that too. On. Yes, we'll do that.
So that's what I thought you were going to.
But we're gonna talk about our 2024 cruises and like reflect back on what we enjoyed the most, and then we're gonna look forward to 2025 and what we're excited about. So,
and you guys are gonna have to get used to this face because I'm gonna be here all summer.
That's right.
Summer's coming up.
That's right. And it's almost there. We're excited about that. Chris wants to do Alaska. Sarah and Chris come with us.
Yes.
Deposit's $198.
And I'm sure you got a casino offer.
Not for Princess.
Not for Princess.
But you need to look at it. It'll be fun. And the Princess casinos, usually the minimums are lower. So if you play of any level, you're going to get offers.
True, yeah.
Which
Derek said they have like $5 minimums.
Yeah. Jeff, I appreciate that.
Jeff, we haven't even mentioned super chats.
No.
If you super chat, we're going to automatically enter you in our February giveaway.
Yeah. Amanda, why don't you share a little bit about that?
Yep.
It's coming off our December season of giving.
Yeah.
We got so much feedback about that. Like a lot of people just said, thank you. Like I follow a lot of different people and I love these people, but it's not the norm to give away $600 for this stuff, excursions and specialty dining and a gift card and all this stuff. And you guys love that. And so we can't give away $600 a month.
We cannot.
I'm sorry.
But since it's Valentine's Day, we're going to do a dinner for 2 for your next cruise. So you can pick the specialty dining restaurant if you want to do the chef's table, if you want to do the steakhouse, the hibachi.
Yeah. You heard that right. If you want to do the chef's table, and that price is no longer $99.99, okay? It's up there further than that.
You pick it. And we will book it for you.
If it's open for your next cruise, we'll get you in there. If it's a steakhouse or teppanyaki, we'll get you in there.
Don't tell me not to write on the table. He's about to tell me.
Oh, yeah, because she'll shake the table.
Shake, shake, shake. Anyway, so all you have to do is first you can just email us and say, we love cruising.
Yeah.
And we know to enter you in the drawing. You get 1 free entry there. And then if you book a cruise with us this next month of February, you get 2 entries into the drawing. And if you transfer a cruise to us that you've recently booked, you get 2 free entries. So Chris and Sarah, if you want to book that Alaskan cruise, you can be entered in our drawing.
That's right. Patrick, we'll do Brito. I mean, there's some experiences on ships, guys, that is $150, $200. a person. But if we draw your name,
we'll book it.
We're gonna see what's on your next cruise, and we're gonna make sure that you guys have a date night on board. So
it's Valentine's
just
Day.
Our way again of saying thank you for supporting us, for booking your travel with us. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So
anyway,
and
we'll draw. You had the date on there.
Yeah, we're gonna draw on March 2nd, which is a Sunday, the first Sunday of March, on our live show. Yeah. So we'll do the little random number, and then we have the spreadsheet with everybody numbered on there.
That's right.
So if you want to do that, book a cruise, transfer a cruise, or just email us.
Yeah. Yep. Appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, Fireball Steve, his picture taking ability.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It is crazy.
I want to get Fireball Steve's phone just for the photo capability. I still like to use my iPhone and text and all that,
but just get the phone with no service.
No service. I just need the pictures. How much do you think that would run me? If I just get the phone,
I'll tell you, it's going to be $0.
Because I'm not doing it?
Because you're not doing it. $0.
That's fair enough.
$0.
Fair enough. Fine. Then Steve's going to have to come with us on every one of our cruises.
Yeah. Steve? That's pretty close. Just know I'm glad that you're here. What if you're single? You can enter the drawing. Absolutely. There's no single rates for the Alaskan cruise, but there's a lot of solo travelers out there. And we do try to pair you up and at least give you options of where you can go and only pay a solo rate. And there are options.
They're not very many.
Norwegian's a big one. Norwegian is big on that.
But Ann Dombrowski, she travels solo a lot. We love Ann. She'll book a cruise with us, and we hang out with her every now and then. But she's pretty much just flying solo. She just does her thing.
She really does. When was the last time you guys were on the Vista? It was 2022.
Hasn't had a dry dock since.
Yeah, that was bad. Remember that?
That's why I'm asking.
She has, because she got her new livery, but
she got a new liver. Okay, yeah, no. So we had the Havana booked. Well, they have their own pool back there.
Randy, thank you.
Randy, I'm entering you in the drawing. Anyway, they have the Havana back there. Well, of course, if we're cruising the Vista, we got to get the Havana.
Yeah.
Unless we have the kids. Anyway, but people were getting out of the pool and the bottoms of their feet were blue.
Including ours.
Okay. We don't complain a lot, guys, but that's pretty bad. The paint from the pool was wearing off on people's feet, and the bottom of their feet.
I don't think it was new paint either.
I don't know, what warranted, it's been 2 years now. Let's start getting blue paint on people's feet.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It did not look new.
Yeah. Chef Jeff bought a new gimbal. That's going to be fun to watch and learn. And I have several that I need to learn. I have so many of them. Amanda don't even get started because she knows. She shakes her head.
Yeah.
But Barcelona, Amber, oh my gosh. It's going to be unbelievable. Yeah. Barcelona is awesome.
She's going to have to use that gimbal there.
Yeah. Jeff asked about the Sunshine. Any insider info? We really love the Sunshine. We were on her in 2015.
Have we only been on there once? Yeah. Is that the one that had the Serenity?
3-story Serenity with a waterfall and an adult pool.
Okay. We loved that Serenity. I still remember it. And I don't hardly remember anything, y'all. I remember we sat down there at the base of that waterfall, and it would just kind of splash on you a little bit to keep you cool. But then you could sunbathe, and you just sat in a little bit of water.
Yep.
Perfect.
Can you believe it's been 10 years this year? It was 2015.
Baby, I know. We have a 9-year-old. Beckett turned 9 yesterday. So there you go.
That's crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
We probably should have done super chats go to Beckett's birthday. He looked over. He was like, what?
Can't wait for the sun. Not May, but March. Patrick, you're going to have a blast. And we just, there was someone today who went on the Sun Princess. They're Carnival cruisers at heart. And I was hoping they'd like it. And they booked it. I feel like I had pressure on me because they booked it because of our experience and what we shared. The email today, they're in the middle of the cruise and they were like, this is unbelievable.
Oh, good.
And I was like,
good.
Thank you.
Okay. Patrick says that. Derek's like, huh? Because I transferred Patrick's cruise, or I was looking at his cruise to make a payment or something. I was like, hey, you're really close to our sailing on this same ship. Do you want to move up or down a week? And he was like, actually, that's in March, not May.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh, my bad. I said, I got too excited. And he said, yeah, y'all tend to do that.
We do sometimes. We do. Casey, you introduced me to the channel at Alchemy Bar. Yes, Casey. Thank you, sir. When are we going back? We are going, the Jubilee in particular, we're going back in 50-ish days. Okay. March 22nd, we'll be back on the Jubilee. It's not long at all.
I know. I'm really kind of having a little trouble with the excursion part in Roatan because I've got mixed feelings. I haven't booked anything. So there is Little French Key, which we've done before. And then there is Brady's Cave or Brady's Cave. I can't. It's one of the two.
Yep.
And I'm really looking at trying out the Brady's Cave because we haven't done it before. And, you know, we like to try different things out. But I'm just not sure, and it doesn't have a lot of ratings. So if you've been there, let us know. It's very similar to Little French Key. Like Little French Key is right here, and then Brady's Cay is like right below it.
It's just across the waterway, right?
Yeah, like when you look at the aerial of it, like you can see both of them.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're just looking at trying something different.
Well, here's the pressure. We have friends going with us in March next month.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That have not sold Carnival. They've been on Disney. And it's like, okay, first off, how do you compare Carnival to Disney? Like, okay, first off, throw away the expectations.
There will be no princesses except for me.
But there will be with horns. But there will be a casino. There will be a drink package. But we're trying to. We played baseball with this family, you know, so our kids are the same age. But it's like, okay.
Yeah, we got to show them a good time.
There's a fine line, though, too, between pumping it up too much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to hey, we're doing this. If y'all want to come along, welcome.
Yeah. We're going to Paradise, which
we are doing that.
Next time we go to Cozumel, we'd like to do something different. I love Paradise.
It's just like, why mess with a good thing?
I think the last 6 or 7 times.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
I know. But but
there are some others. And we've even had some people recommend some other places. Yeah. So we do need to try to venture out.
We've been to Mr. Sancho's. We've been to Nachicocum. There was one we went to that the food and drinks were terrible, but they had water slides for the kids. Remember that place?
Oh, yeah.
The kids were like, we love this.
But it also wasn't very clean, I didn't feel like. It was not clean. And so I was like, I barely got in the water.
That was the Maya.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's in Cozumel, and it's a
Maya Chan or something.
Yes.
Something like that. That's it. Like, I don't.
The pictures look remarkable. And the kids, that's probably their favorite place, but it was dirty. The pools were dirty. The food was bad. Good. The drinks were bad.
So we probably won't be going back there.
Even though the kids ask every time, can we go there?
We're going to find them. But they do like Paradise.
They do.
So, I mean, you give Beckett a little ball that bounces on the water, and he's set for like the whole day.
We could go swim in a pond, and he would be okay.
We did recently do the full face mask with the kids.
Yeah.
Where they can snorkel, but it has their whole face wrapped in it. So they can breathe in their nose or in their mouth, however they want.
Yeah.
And then the snorkel just stays up, and they loved that. So we're definitely taking those back. But that just kind of gave them something different to do.
Yeah. Will G sent a comment. He was on Royals Harmony of the Seas at Galveston and said he really enjoyed it, which is great to hear. A new experience. The Harmony is a beautiful ship. We looked at going on her at the end of May, but we're going to be on the Venezia instead out of New York. That's another one.
Did we tell you about that one?
Yeah, yes, we did.
Okay.
But that's towards the top of my list, too. 10 days.
Well, because I loved the Venezia. It's a different kind of carnival
You love it or hate it? There's some people that get off.
I've not heard very many hate it. Just saying.
It is different, especially the midship Lido deck vibe.
Yeah.
It's
very chillaxed.
It is.
Like the whole cruise really is just very chill. It doesn't have that boom, boom, boom.
It'll be 10 days. So in March, you'll go. This is your 25th Carnival cruise in March.
Hey.
And then in May, I think it'll be my Diamond cruise in May.
Yeah, y'all.
I mean, what's it?
I had a lapse in judgment for a bit where I let him cruise, a couple of times, him and a friend or whatever. And then I'm like, wait a sec. You're racking up all these days, and here I am sitting at home.
Hey, let me go. I'll let you have the days. I'll email Carnival and be like, give my days to Amanda.
Actually, I do benefit from him having the days, so it doesn't really matter.
There's not much difference, though, honestly.
And that's one thing we need to talk about on one show is like the loyalty points and like what you get. because everyone gets so caught up on getting to that diamond or whatever it is. And it's like, okay, you're there, but what are you really getting?
You get on 3 minutes before the platinums. You have unlimited laundry instead of the 2 bags. How often do I do the 2 bags? Yeah.
Like we use maybe 3.
You get a diamond lunch, and the lunch menu is great. But it's like, there's so many people that I don't know how many times I hear, once I turn diamond,
but
I'm going somewhere else.
There are some cruise lines that do have really good loyalty programs, like on Royal.
Oh, yeah.
They have the drinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get, 8 drinks?
It starts at 5.
5 drinks?
And then once you get higher, it goes to 7.
So, that's a good deal.
MSC gives time in the thermal suites.
Oh, and they give 10% off. Like I was booking somebody, and they were like, hey, I'm this on MSC. So I put in their loyalty number.
10% off. Bam,
that's basically your taxes.
Yeah, off the cruise rate.
So some do have good loyalty points, but if you're just trying to get to that new pristine color card, I don't know. I think we need to evaluate it.
The rights will be on the Jubilee in 82 days, which is very close. Not too far away at all. That'll be before summer. I'm on the TA from Barcelona to
What if I went with Amber to the Transatlantic cruise?
Book it.
Okay, Amber, I need those dates.
Book it. Most definitely.
I mean, I can do that.
Yeah.
Send me the dates.
We looked at, there's a Transatlantic next March that coincides with spring break. You know, the kids are off for spring break. Yeah. We'd have to miss a week.
Yeah, Derek was like, can they miss a week of school? I was like, let's not. But also, I looked at the itinerary. I did not like the itinerary.
No.
It went from like Barcelona down to like, what was it?
Well, that's one thing about Transatlantics that I have to call out, because they're growing in popularity. Honestly, cruise lines love that because they've almost had to give them away the last several years. But it would be like a 15-day cruise, and there's 3 or at max 4 ports.
Yeah, so that's why I was like,
I like that though, but it depends on the ship. So like next year, we have several clients booked on the Mardi Gras.
Okay,
that's going over for dry dock to Barcelona. And then it's going to be 2 weeks. So they're going to cruise in Europe for 2 weeks or visit Europe. Then take the Transatlantic back. An XL class ship on a Transatlantic for 15 days, even if it only has 3 or 4 stops, is great.
Okay, but this was my thing. It's going to pass by like St. Thomas, St. Martin.
Didn't have time.
Bermuda. It passes by all those. So I was like, oh, maybe it's going to stop there.
No.
So I was like, well, then I don't even want to book it.
Stop in Spain. If you can stop at Gibraltar.
I was telling one of the kids at school about Gibraltar the other day. I was nerding out.
Even just the history of it. I mean, it's a beautiful place, but the history where the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean meet.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It is. There's a couple other questions here. Is there still spots available for the group cruise?
Absolutely.
Over New Year's.
All the group cruises are open.
Yes, we have space, most definitely. And the New Year's group cruise, we're far enough away removed from it that I can reflect on it and take a breath.
Can you?
From
I know you were so stressed out with all those.
I was stressed.
All those bags that you had to make and all the stuff you had to order.
The T-shirts.
You were just so.
All of it.
Y'all, I did that. Don't let him fool you.
The New Year's really is one of my favorite times to cruise.
It is. And we say that every year.
Yeah, we're on the Dream, but the itinerary on the Dream, and the Dream I know is an older ship. I know, 10 years old. I know. We've been on her several times. Out of New Orleans, out of Port Canaveral, out of Galveston. We've been on her several times. The itinerary, though, with Celebration Key, Key West, Half Moon Key, and Nassau is crazy good.
Chris and Sarah said New Year's 2025 was a blast. Yeah, and they had like a whole family group going, so they had a lot. They had a good time.
They had a lot. It was.
But I love New Year's because it's like you get on and they still have all the Christmas decor up, so you still get a little bit of Christmas in there, and then you get the New Year's celebration, the New Year's fun. And so it's like you get a two for one.
Yeah.
So it's a good time.
Well, G says the Dream needs a dry dock. Carnival finally, and other cruise lines, but Carnival especially, they were in debt so much that they weren't really, these dry docks were like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah.
I'll say it. And now other cruise lines, including Carnival, are starting to spend some money and be like, let's not just paint the exterior of the ship when she's in dry dock. Let's do something about the interior as well. Thank goodness. So there are several ships out there that I've thought the same thing. I'm like, guys, this is even the outside on some of them. I'm like, there's 10% rust. Like the first impression is like rusty, crusty.
Hey, we went on that Norwegian getaway, and it's an older ship.
Oh,
you could not tell.
You would think it's
at all.
You'd think it's a year old.
Like the way that they have maintained that ship is pristine.
Yep. Put your money where your mouth is. Right?
That's true. You pay a little bit more.
Yeah,
go a little more.
You're exactly right. David Hoffman. His 25th Carnival cruise is in June. The Diamond Cruise will be in July. Wow, that is really cool. It is. Aqua Transatlantic to Boston. Ooh. No stops, Felix says. No stops.
I don't know. But on that ship, if I had the spa package, I could make it.
You would be like, book me in the cheapest interior because I'm not going to sleep there. I'm going to sleep in the spa.
I'm going to sleep in the spa. Give me that pad, those real thick pads. Yep. The pad to the cushion of the spa chair is actually like probably thicker than your mattress. Yes.
We did buy a day pass on the getaway when we were on there, and
nice.
It was, I almost said equally, but not up to the Aqua spa.
No.
And,
but it was step above Carnival Spa, I would say.
For sure. Yep. Dreams going to dry dock in March of 2026.
There we go.
Is the schedule. And there's a lot of ships on the schedule now. It really is. And that's something else to call out and to pay attention to. Look at it when you're booking your cruise, or ask your travel agent, when is the last time this ship went to dry dock? It makes a difference.
Well, a lot of them, like whenever I do like quotes for people, it'll say at the bottom, like when the ship was built, and it'll say like 2026. But really it had a dry dock like 2 years ago. So it's still pretty, fairly new ship.
Yeah.
So yeah, those dry docks make a difference for sure.
Ashley's got a good question here. Is there a way to book a family of 5, 2 adults, a 7, 6, and 3-year-old without having a suite? Yes, depending on what cruise line you're talking about.
I don't know what cabin you're looking at.
Carnival and Royal have ways. The Family Harbor has accommodations for 5, and so does Royal, but they go fast. There's probably 20-ish, 25 cabins available, and so if you don't book a year and a half out,
they'll sell out.
They're out. They're sold out. So we can help you with that. But we do book a lot of those 5-person cabins. Yep. And a lot of times Carnival especially has the more the merrier sell, and deposits of $25 a person on those.
But I would recommend, if you can't find those, do the connecting cabins.
Yeah.
I mean, those are nice too.
Yep. A lot of people do a balcony with the interior across the hallway.
That's true. But her kids are pretty young.
Yes.
They'd want to be right next door.
Yeah, for sure. So we can help you with that. Most definitely. Lots of trees to hide. Yeah. Yep. I tell us on the first cruise back from dry dock, which would be interesting. How do you enter the drawing? Ashley says, I missed that part. Ashley, different ways.
Let me run you through it. You can book a cruise this month and you get entered twice for the drawing. You can transfer a cruise to us that you've recently booked and you get entered twice. Or you can just email us and say, we love cruising, and we'll know it's for the drawing, and you get one entry that way.
Yep.
So pretty easy.
And Amanda's, she's written down the super chats.
I've got the little graphic here. So that's on Facebook. And then also I have written down the super chats. Those are people that I know. My handwriting's so neat.
Well, she's got a whole spreadsheet going already.
Yeah, I've got a spreadsheet. We're good. So I'll put these people on our spreadsheet. So if you super chat, you can also enter in the drawing.
Texas cruiser. Rick's been cruising since 1988.
Like it.
That's awesome. That's so good. Carnival Conquest is going into dry dock later this year. Yep. Hope to freshen up the cabins and get rid of the shower curtain.
The Conquest.
Our very first.
I
know the cabin.
Our honeymoon.
Do you know the cabin?
And also our very first.
Do you know the cabin number of?
2248.
No.
That was the cabin for our Transatlantic on the
7448 was our cabin.
7448
was our cabin on the Conquest in 2011.
Was that an interior ocean view or balcony?
I splurged in the interior.
No, you did not.
It was interior.
No, you did the ocean view. I remember the window, if you know what I mean. He's thinking back now.
I've got to look at the deck plan then. Yeah, we did have a window.
We did have a window, and we used the window.
I got to look at the deck plan. 7448.
I'm telling you, we used the window.
Maybe it wasn't 7448.
Are you blushing now?
No, it wasn't 7 because 7's too high.
Yeah, that's true.
It was 2448. I got to look now.
Oh, now he doesn't know.
I got to look.
Oh, he's embarrassed now.
Yep. We We missed a port.
Oh, we did miss a port.
Costa Maya.
Yeah, that's
late,
true.
but made it. Tina and Rick
and Rick.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that, guys, very much. I'm very sad to hear my first cruise ship, Song of America, is headed to the Scrapyard.
Oh,
Rick, I heard that, and Michael Bailey had some special thoughts on the Song of America. What a name for a ship. Headed to the Scrapyard to be sold.
Amber said we were also late to the muster drill on our honeymoon. We were late to that as well. It was our first cruise, and we didn't know that was a thing.
So we can hide in here?
And it was our honeymoon cruise, I repeat. So we were a little busy, and the room steward came a-knocking, and that was kind of embarrassing. So there's that.
There wasn't much of a knock. It was the knock, the door opens. Julie, you did get an entry for the giveaway.
Yep,
yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, you did. Can gratuities be prepaid on MSC?
They can be.
They can be. Yeah, we can add those.
But it's you add them like after you create your booking.
Yeah.
So it's a little different. Like when you do Carnival, you can select it right away. Yep. With MSC, you select it later.
Yep. Chris asked about the getaway. Will she come back to New Orleans after this season? She will be back next year for the same season out of New Orleans. And if we weren't booked on the Vista this year, I would go back on the getaway out of New Orleans. I thought it was a fantastic cruise. Alora's heading to the shipyard to get amped. I think it's $100 million. $100 million that they're spending on the Alora. She will be in Europe.
Oh, there's Jeremy.
For a while. Jeremy, thank you so much for that. You and Jackie, you've got to shoot me a text. Jeremy and Jackie, they're cruising very soon on the Jubilee. They were trying to move it back one week.
They're trying to move it to the same cruise we are, right?
And I know Jeremy was working on that. Let us know. We would absolutely love to for you guys to be on that ship. Amber says we missed the drawing for booking Alaska by a few days, so throw me in there. You are in there, my friend. Who knows what? You got so many cruises booked. You could say, okay, which restaurant on which ship do we want to eat at?
It's got to be with the Honey Patrick.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying what ship? She has so many cruises booked. Does she want it to be
tough decisions? Yeah,
on the Conquest. Does she want it to be on?
You know how many times I've tried to get Derek to book the chef's table for us, and he's just like, "Oh, that's just so expensive."
Even when it was $99.99, I think.
So I'm going to enter myself in the drawing. I will email us ourselves. We have booked a cruise in February, so here we go.
That's not the way it works, baby.
Fine.
Could you imagine the headlines there? Cruise YouTuber wins his own giveaway. Never.
It was within the rules.
His wife. No, my wife won. My wife won.
Okay, fine.
We can do chef's table. Our 50th wedding anniversary.
I might not be alive then.
I had to look at the screen to see her reaction because I couldn't actually turn to her.
Your neck sore?
No, I was not going to turn that way.
Okay.
Was not going to do that. A Song of America has a special place in my heart. She made me addicted to cruising.
Oh, there we go.
It is. It's crazy that is the fate for every ship. That's the fate for all of us too. You know, but we saw a lot of ships as cruising restarted or during COVID go to the scrapyard to save money. Right.
Yep.
We haven't seen any the last 3 years because cruising is in so high demand. It's like I don't care if we have a wooden ship. People are going to sell on it right now because it's in demand. And so we haven't seen it, but I do think 2020, probably 7 and 8, we'll start to see some other ships sent to the scrapyard. I do have a video too. I forgot about this. The Carnival Sensation. I was very good friends with a crew member who was on the Sensation during COVID.
Okay. And
Carnival announced it was right before cruising was going to restart. And they said cruising is restarting in 2 weeks, but we're going to scrap the Sensation.
Oh, well, that's not sensational at all.
That is not sensational. But this crew member went around and took, I think it's like 150 pictures of
I do remember
all these venues. Yeah. They were staged. Everything looked like passengers were about to walk in. And I talked to him about this. He was upset. The crew was upset. He's like, what could I do to basically create something in the memory of the Sensation and all the thousands, millions of guests who have cruised on her?
Yeah.
I said, you know what? If you take some pictures, send them to me. I'll put together a slideshow. And it was one of my favorite projects.
Did you put it together?
Yeah, it's been out there. It's been out there for years.
Oh yeah, I watched it. I forgot about that.
It's 2 or 3 years old. It's 2 or 3 years old, but it is eerie because there's not one single person in any picture. And I was talking to him. I was like, how many crew members are on board? He's like, there's like 45 of us.
Oh, geez.
During COVID. Like you had a few people cooking. You had a few people, of course, engineers and stuff like that. But we'll start to see that probably again in 2027 and beyond. Yep. Embassy of Maravilha, New York.
What's up? AA Ron.
AA Ron is here somewhere.
He's here somewhere.
I like that. I do. I'm trying to see where it's at now. Travel Cake Trips, happy Sunday evening to Island Time and everyone in the chat. Good evening to you. Symphony. Yeah, Symphony is coming to Galveston in 2020. I think it's late 2026.
Okay.
The Symphony of the Seas. I'll
have to check that one out. I haven't really looked at I haven't looked at the videos of that one.
Yeah, and we just yesterday started talking about 2026 trips.
We did. We were like, okay, we're pretty booked up in 2025. We got to start. We want to do another European.
Yeah, we're going to go back next
summer.
Next July.
Yeah, July 2026.
Yeah.
So if you got some ideas, send them our way.
Yeah, and there's been so many requests to group trip for Europe. It's so hard because we might announce it for 1 week and people can't go. They're like, hey, I wanted it to be in September, so we might think about that. But Princess does an unbelievable job in Europe.
For us, it's really great, Princess, because they have their third and fourth guest sale free. Well, hello, we got the 2 kids. Yeah. I can't leave them for 3 weeks in July. So
it's like Princess and Norwegian somehow like have priority, like Santorini, Greece, for example, which is like the bucket list of Greece.
Yeah, we didn't get to go there.
If there's 4 ships that are supposed to go there, usually Princess and Norwegian like have the number one, like they're gonna go.
Well, our Princess cruise got rescheduled. Rerouted. Yeah, we didn't get to go there.
It did, and people were not happy,
including
moi. They shared that actually really late. They really did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they changed one port on us like 2 days before.
Yeah.
And I had an excursion booked.
Yeah, that was it. I want to say a learning lesson, but at the same time, we booked independent excursion, $600. We were supposed to go to one port of call. We went to one that was 3 hours away.
Yeah, and I called the company. They were nice about it, but they were like, "You're too far away. We can't do it." But we were on the ship, and like we weren't using the internet.
Yeah.
And it changed 2 days before.
It was in Crete.
What do you want me to do?
Crete.
I know.
We lost $600 that day.
That's fine.
Princess said, if you booked your excursion through us, you'll get your money back. But for 80% of you that did not, a big middle finger.
Wow, that was a little aggressive.
Have we eaten at Rudy's Seagrill? Yes, we have. Both on Carnival and Carnival Cruise Line. It's honestly maybe better than a steakhouse.
I mean, but we are like huge seafood people. So any seafood, we're going to love it.
And then
we're not picky about our seafood.
Princess, sister company, sister cruise line of Carnival, also has The Catch by Rudy.
Oh, there you go.
And if you're interested in more than just the food, while we were on the Sun Princess and I went live, Ember was one of those that were there. Rudy himself,
crazy y'all,
was behind me, and I was wearing my wireless microphone, and I was like, guys, I'm going to go ask him if he wants to sit down just for a minute. Knowing he's probably going to say no. And he sat down for like 20 minutes and didn't want to leave.
Like Derek was like, I ran out of questions to ask him.
Well,
like I didn't
plan for it.
I had to like let him go because like he would have sat there and talked for more. He
sat there
like,
all night.
Yeah, him and Derek just sat there and chit-chatted for probably 20 minutes.
20 probably. Yeah,
while he was doing his live show. Yeah. So that's out there somewhere.
But the food is amazing.
I told Derek, you need to take that clip and just like do a separate show of just that clip.
Yeah, because it was
so people can watch it.
It was on a live. It was
impromptu.
But I do want to share too. We love seafood, so we love the menu. But there are other items. So if there's people that are going with you, and they're like, I'd rather go to the steakhouse. There's steak. There's steak on there. There's other things too. But yeah,
it was good.
Until it says, do this chef's table before 50. I guess we may have to.
There you go.
We may have to.
Somebody's got my back.
Todd, our bucket list, one of our bucket list cruises is Northern Europe and the British Isles. That would be fun. I think that's where Amanda, she's leaning. She wants to go maybe to Northern or Western Europe.
Okay, yeah.
I want to go to the Med again.
He wants to do a Mediterranean again. I said, we already did the Mediterranean. Let's go further north.
But when it's the best there is, it's like, we want to do something else.
I don't know.
Yep.
To see the world.
I know.
See the world.
Yep. Amber and Patrick, Eli, I both say it was a great interview. That was crazy. That was one of those pinch me moments. And really,
but Derek was doing that on his own, and then he comes back to me and he's like, "You will not believe what just happened." I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Order me a mojito."
Eric, straight to see you. CCL Miami blog here in the house. If you don't
follow CCL Miami blog, he gets some great
all the pages.
content.
It is.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
On Facebook.
We live in a cool time period where we can be in the office chair. We can be waiting at the doctor. We could be sitting on the toilet. And you can sit there and see all kinds of cruise content.
Oh, no, I'm struggling. Oh, look, Derek, did you see this video? Did you see this video?
Listen, there's sometimes it's gotten so bad. We have our Island Time page and group. I have a personal profile on Facebook with family and friends. And sometimes I'm scrolling through my personal Facebook and I'm like, I got to switch over to my personal one because I swear it's on the business one.
Yep.
But it's cruising consumes a lot of what we do. Most definitely.
Patrick Ely. That's right.
Happy birthday to Lito Tito, whose birthday is this Wednesday, February the 5th. Michelle writes 50-50. You can't believe
it. Big 5-0.
50 going on
25.
Yeah, 25 maybe. Mike has such a great personality. He's so inclusive, wants to make sure everyone's having fun.
Oh, yeah.
If that's everyone in the group, or if you're
like
outsider, he'd be like, hey, come on.
Like, hey,
come on. And that speaks a lot about him. We love him so much. I love that Royal keeps rotating the Oasis class ships. They do from location to location, but I wish they'd change the itinerary. Yeah, we hear that.
You're telling me that. What about the Jubilee?
We hear that so much. Yeah, the Jubilee going to the same place. Still, it's been out for over a year.
I know.
It's gone to the same place.
We're going to the same places again in March.
Yeah, so. And that's what we talked about on the live show last time. Yeah. Like someone asked me, and they were kind of they weren't happy, really. They were like, how can you get excited going to the same places that you just went over New Year's?
Listen, let me book my travel. You book your travel. Thank you. Have a nice day.
They're questioning, why would I do that? It's like.
I don't have to justify my vacations to you.
Yep. Mike loves some MTR boating. And I saw Mike, too, speaking of boating, got his boat out on the water.
Oh, I didn't get a picture of that,
It was
Michael.
on Facebook.
Michael.
It was good. Wife wants to see Lake Como and Amalfi Coast. Yeah, that'd be great.
I want to do a New England, Canada.
Yes, we need to do that.
Derek's like, maybe.
We do. Diamond Plus, Texas Cruiser says. Yep.
There you go.
Some way, somehow, we've already reached the top of the hour, and I don't know how.
We've hit the top of the hour and gone past it.
I don't know how at all. It's 8 o'clock, and we're going to get ready for the week.
Gotta give these kids a shower.
Yes, we've been outside all day.
Yep, they've been running around.
It's dessert time. I don't know what we have for dessert. Probably
ice cream?
Not much. Okay, we do have ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
And then, get ready for the week. I'm working on Jubilee vlogs. Amanda and I are going to create a couple of videos this week. It probably won't be tonight. I thought it may be.
Too late.
We'll create some videos. Amanda still has some news to share that she's going to share this week with all of you. Very personal to her. So I want her to share it besides me sharing it.
No, I'm not pregnant.
No. No. We got a busy week ahead with games and things like that. But we are working. Amanda and I will both be working really for the next probably couple of hours after we get the boys a bath and get them to bed. There's several of you who've reached out to us. You really are looking at your cruises. You're trying to weigh your options, trying to make sure you get the best deal. If we can help you in any way, we would love to help you. We appreciate the support really for our business. Shoot us an email. Amanda's typing in the email here, travel@bookislandtime.com. We can see all your offers.
Well, Casey said, tell me how to transfer a cruise. Yeah. If you'll just email us, we'll send you the information.
Yeah, we can transfer it, manage it, watch your prices every Monday, which I love Mondays for that reason. But the Mondays are busy now because there's a lot of cruises to check.
I know, but it's just like cruise pricing is not going down. It is crazy.
For the most part. But a lot of times we find upgrade opportunities too.
Upgrades, yes. The upgrades have been happening.
Yeah. And we have a ton. We just had a lot of 28 upgrades this weekend. So, but we'd love to help you out if you're looking. We appreciate the support. That is it for us for now.
Yep.
We're going to play maybe some foosball. Another playing pool over there. Guys, have a great week. Love on one another, and we will see you
right here on Island Time.
They know it so well.